I don't think I have a single song with the word love in it, because, to me, it's like a cliche. I think Jen said she had one, and it's
Yeah, I've got a few.
yeah.
Well, Buzz is gonna sing one now.
We're gonna do one. Mark's like the only person I play with who requested me doing this song.
Yeah, you all have to join in here and there. Watch Buzz
Anyway,
for your cues.
that's such a pretty song. We're gonna go the opposite direction now.
Thank goodness.
This is a song that begins with the word well. Are you familiar with songs that begin with the word well?
Well, I don't know.
Mark told me you were going to do that. Anyway, Roger. I don't know if you know this, Roger, but most good songs begin with the word well.
Did not know it.
Really?
That's true.
Well,
It is a song about cornbread. If at any particular point in time in this song you feel like saying the word cornbread, all right, except it don't sound like you're at the folk society there. That was a little weak. Okay, try it again. Cornbread.
Cornbread!
Oh, way back. Wow, this is a quick learning crowd. Like, you people in Grand Rapids are smart. All right, remember the first thing I told you?
Well.
And I said, well.
Cornbread.
Well, that was the well part there. But,
I'm still learning too.
It's corny humor.
all right. And I said, well.
Well!
A little early, just wait for the foot there, right? And I said, well. Let me hear you say yeah.
Yeah!
He didn't tell us to do that.
Yeah, that's a different one.
You gotta
Yeah,
use it on the
you're
foot.
screwing up my joke right there. I got a really good joke right there. I'm just gonna let it go in case it gets on YouTube so people don't know the joke that I got there. Well, now I used to make cornbread all the time. I said I used to make cornbread that was also fine, but I haven't made a cornbread.
Haven't made cornbread.
No, I haven't made good cornbread.
Haven't made cornbread.
I haven't made good cornbread in a real long time. Remember that folk club thing I was telling you about? Well, I used to walk around, I was the cornbread man saying, talk to my baby, I'm the cornbread man, but I haven't made a cornbread.
Haven't made cornbread.
No, I haven't made good cornbread.
Haven't made good cornbread.
No, I haven't made good cornbread in a real long time. You know what it is? Well, it's the cornbread Jinx.
It's the cornbread Jinx.
I got the cornbread Jinx.
Yeah, the cornbread Jinx.
You know the cornbread Jinx.
Yeah, the cornbread Jinx.
Well, it's bad, I tell you.
It's awful bad.
You know, I used to make good cornbread it was good cornbread. You know the stops. Well, I used to have my baby. She loved my cornbread. She said, yours the best cornbread I ever did have. And so I started making cornbread all over town.
All over town.
And I haven't made good cornbread in a real long time. Oh no, you know what it is? Well, it's the cornbread Jinx.
It's the cornbread Jinx.
I got that cornbread Jinx.
Yeah, the cornbread Jinx.
You know the cornbread Jinx.
Yeah, the cornbread Jinx.
You guys still sound like a folk club.
You still sound like a folk club.
You know, I used to make good cornbread I ain't gonna try to figure this out here. So how many make people know what I'm talking about. Nobody's raising their hands. What the raging grannies know what I'm talking about. So raging grannies, you understand the situation. We're in this sad situation, right? What would you do with a guy in this sad? Because we all do make mistakes and all that. What kind of advice would you offer to somebody in this sad cornbread situation?
Go to church and pray.
Well, it's a cornbread, Jinx. See, I mean, I don't know, I used to make a cornbread. I haven't made a cornbread in a real long time, so I need a little bit of instruction. Raging grannies.
Good cornbread on a cornmeal.
Should we go back to the problem statement? There we go. There we go. Well, that's good thing. Let's try that problem statement again. Here, let's see if we can learn something here. Well, I used to have my baby. She loved cornbread. She said, y'all's the best cornbread I ever did have. And so I started making cornbread.
Started making cornbread.
All over town.
All over town.
Don't do that anymore.
And I haven't, I think I got the answer, in a real long time. And that's the cornbread Jinx.
Yeah, the cornbread Jinx.
I got the cornbread Jinx.
He's got the cornbread Jinx.
You know the cornbread Jinx.
Yeah, the cornbread Jinx.
Well, it really stinks.
It really
Well.
stinks.
So I used to make good cornbread, but I think somebody here had the, what was that answer you had there for? What was the problem with the situation there?
Stay in your own kitchen.
Oh.
Yeah, stay home once in a while.
I think, all this time you're the first person, that's like the best answer I've heard. I had this one guy one time, I was in playing in Owasso, and the guy he was trying to give me the answer to the combat Jinx, which is really a bad situation to have, but I think your answer is good here. You guys want to say cornbread Jinx again here?
Yeah.
I got the cornbread Jinx.
Got the cornbread Jinx.
Oh, the cornbread Jinx.
Got the cornbread Jinx.
Yeah, it really stinks.
Yeah, it really stinks.
Cornbread Jinx.
Cornbread Jinx.
You guys really sing pretty good. I'm gonna play Harmonica and then we'll come back and see if you really can like not sound like a folk club and really kind of do it. Whoa. Upside down cornbread. Cornbread Jinx.
Cornbread Jinx.
Cornbread Jinx.
Cornbread Jinx.
This is it right here. Cornbread Jinx.
Cornbread Jinx.
It was bad, I tell you.
It was bad.
I found her the best cornbread woman.
Well.
And she told me one more thing. We're gonna test you here, okay? Test your blues knowledge here. Test yours too. She said, come on, let me show you where it's at. She said, come on, let me show you where it's at. She said, come on, let me show you where it's at. She said, come on, let me show you where it's at. She said the name of the place is.
I like it.
You guys win. One more time on the cornbread, we're out of here. It was the cornbread Jinx. I have the cornbread Jinx. You know the cornbread Jinx. It's bad, I tell you, but you help me out. No, I used to make good cornbread on. Well.
That's deep.
I used to make good cornbread. Oh, I forgot you guys screwed me up. I found her the best cornbread woman,
Well,
and she told me what to do. Thank you guys. That's a lot of fun.
I am currently writing perhaps the worst love song ever.
No, I think I got that.
You got that covered?
Yeah.
What's your well, we can have a worst love song challenge if you want.
And that's the key. You know, I've read things about like creative writing class books, and that's one of the things they tell you is don't be afraid to write the worst thing in the world, because it's freeing to do that.
That's one. Well, I mean, one of my things is like, you know, a lot of these songwriters, man, they'll go out and they only do their best songs. Me, I'm not afraid to do my second worst song. You know, and I mean, I did. You know, it's like, well, it actually it's kind of funny because I got this one song called "The Cornbread Jinx," and it came. It's really. I mean, it came. It's I do it as an improv and I do it to screw it up, but it came from. It was actually written in Galax, Virginia, when I was hanging out with Phil Wiggins with this Masters of Steelskin guitar tour, and Phil Wiggins is, you know, my guy. I mean, to me, you know, the harmonica player, he played with Cephas and Wiggins, and so anyway, you know, I was following them around for a week, and so after a couple days, we did a show and they had a day off, and so I wrote this one song for John Cephas, and I wanted to show Phil that, and I had another idea for a song called D4's Train, and so. You know, I showed Phil the songs, and you know, and he went in the room. He said, "Oh, I want to show you something." So he goes in his room. He gets the lyrics. He shows me this love song, and it's like got like lion, tigers, dragons. You know, and then the last what's that?
A love song?
Yeah, it's a blue. Yeah, and then you know the last line of it is like, and it's okay if we believe in love. And I go, you can't do that. You can't.
Yeah.
You know, and then, but it was so weird because, like, he's my guy. I mean, he's, you know, I mean, I wouldn't be, you know, a musician if it wasn't for him.
So
and, you know, I was so lucky to get, you know, get next to him. And I mean, you know, just the most powerful harmonica player, you know, I mean, yeah. So I'm like sitting, and this is my guy. The first song he shows me is, I like, you know, dissect it. He's never showed me another one.
It was all about lions and dragons and stuff.
I don't know. It was just a lot of violent, you know, just a lot of
Right.
imagery like that.
Is he bipolar?
No, he's awesome. Actually, he's I think he's really introverted, but I mean, to me, he's the coolest guy on the planet.
That's
you know?
wild.
But even when he said what he said, it was like, well, no, that's the way it was. You know, so I don't know. I mean,
So that's what it meant to him. Like he had,
right?
had this electricity going through him, and he was just
Yeah.
like lions and yeah.
I mean, it wasn't. I mean, Lions and Tigers, Bears. That's the Wizard of Oz. It was, you know, different than that, but
But
it was similar.
yeah.
And then, but then I asked him in Kalamazoo. I go, man, you came here a couple years later, and I go, man, you never showed me. You know, you showed me that one song. You never showed me another song since. You know, what did you do? Did you ever change that last song? He goes, yeah, I did. So I got through. You know, but I've never seen it. I don't know what the line is. So
I wonder where he went from there.
I don't know. I don't know. So what's the name of your worst love song ever?
Probably. I mean, I do about 5 or 6 of these songs, personalized songs,
Right.
a year,
Okay.
and usually they're for a couple getting married.
Okay.
Sometimes I've done them for babies' christenings.
They contract you for a person. Oh my
Yeah.
god, that's awesome.
And then one time I did one for a woman had an attachment to her stuffed animal, a grown adult person, and it was for a woman's stuffed animal that's name was like Snuffy, I think was the name. That was a pretty bad song.
But they know what they're getting into with you.
Yeah.
Or do they?
A lot of times they're present, so a friend of theirs or a relative commissions the song, and then they give it to somebody, so they don't know what they're getting into necessarily. It's just a gift or something.
Oh, that's even that's so weird.
Yeah, here's a here's a song by somebody, and it's all about your fetish with your stuffed animal or something.
Oh my God.
I don't know if that would be necessarily positive. But yeah, there have been some pretty bad ones. And I think that he specifically wanted it to be to the music of My Name is Luca, I Live on the Second Floor. It was, my name is Snuffy.
Right.
And
Right.
it was, so yeah, there's that one. And again, you just don't even worry about it. And sometimes there'll be a little piece of something that you've done kind of because you have to,
Right.
that you can find and use for something else.
Right.
It's almost, it feels like you're plagiarizing, but it's something you wrote, and you can.
Well,
use
I mean,
it for
I
other
think
things.
that's what I like about your stuff. I mean, as a songwriter, I like the common. I mean, it's like that's what's identifiable. And I mean, if you can turn a phrase, make, it's like you write something common and then boom, you turn something that makes people look at it a different way or whatever. But I mean, that's what you do with your tunes. It seems like, I mean, you just look at life as the common. It's kind of amusing,
I try to like have a combination of writing about specific stuff and then also emotional stuff at the same time. And
Right.
Like if you just write about emotion, then it's like a Hallmark card, and that's
Right.
what most songwriting is now. But
Right.
if you just write about real specific stuff, then it's like a list. So
Right.
I try to combine
Right.
those two things.
Right.
Love is a train that never gets off track. Love is a Mac Daddy who's got someone to Mac.
That's what you do. Right. Oh yeah, you're like really camera shy, aren't you? Oh my God, get that camera away from me. Oh no, don't do that. No. Yeah, he is a something, man. Of course, he still may be a something, with this. Yeah, with his head frozen. Yeah, you don't want to know about that.
Cryogenics. This baseball player, Ted Williams, we've been talking about, he had his head frozen after he died, and in the hopes,
Everyone's head is frozen.
not frozen standing still, but like frozen in a freezer.
Oh, so in his coffin, his head was chopped off.
I think it's in a lab. And then they hope that in 1,000 years they can regenerate it and he can live again.
Well, that's kind of creepy.
Okay, Stanley, he's leaving. We can talk in our special alien voice now that nobody knows about. Because we're actually from another planet.
No, we're not.